Hello and welcome to this special meditation for aging gracefully. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you so much for coming. Wherever you are along the path of your life, the one thing that we all have in common, besides our breath, is that we're all aging. It's a fact of life that we can't avoid or deny, although the trillion-dollar industry of trying to help keep everybody younger looking is still out there, sending us the message that we shouldn't have wrinkles, we shouldn't lose our hair, we shouldn't gain weight, we shouldn't have all of the other things that happen to our bodies as we age. And the message that gets sent is that there's something wrong with us if you're not using Botox or you're not using a cosmetic surgeon. So as we think about what aging means to you, I'd invite you to get settled in, finding a place where you feel comfortable, where you can totally relax and let yourself go. Adjust your environment in any way you like. Perhaps adjusting the lighting, the temperature. And then it's totally up to you whether you'd prefer to stand, sit, or lie down. But if you're comfortable doing so, I'd recommend sitting or lying down for this class. Now, close your eyes. Or, if you'd rather not, keep your eyes open and let your eye muscles relax. Take a moment now to check in with your breath. Notice the flow, the rhythm of your own body as demonstrated through your breath. And then take a moment to scan through your physical body. Notice how your physical body feels today, without judging it or overthinking it. Just notice which parts of your body feel really good. And notice if you have any areas of stress, tension, or even pain. As you're connecting with your physical body, reflect on the journey you've had so far in your life with this body. Think about some of the highlights of things you've done physically. Whether it's big and dramatic things like climbing Mount Everest, snorkeling, skydiving, or if it's something smaller, like taking a walk through a garden. Remember some of those highlights for you. And while we're going back in time, I'm going to ask you to go as far back as you can remember, thinking of you as perhaps a toddler or as early as pops into your mind. Imagine this small version of you, relatively new to the world, aging from day one as your cells rapidly multiply. As you're growing, think about the people in your life around you, maybe parents, grandparents, guardians, neighbors, teachers. Take a moment to think about how they were aging and what messages got passed down to you about aging. Now, remember a time when you thought that a particular age seemed so far away. For example, I can remember being 8 years old and thinking I would never make it to 21. That seemed so far away. And then I remember getting to 21 and thinking how far 30 seemed, etc. Notice how it feels in your heart as you get to go through each of the developmental stages of aging. Not necessarily your mental thoughts, things that people told you or things that they expected you to do, but how your heart feels. As children, we get to learn how to use our physical bodies in this three-dimensional world, like it's a training ground to learn and practice. In our preteen and teen years, we get to develop more specifically or personally the ways that we like to use our bodies. Maybe you'd like to go skiing. Maybe you were drawn to horses. Maybe you were drawn to dance or something else. As we move through our 20s, 30s, and 40s, our bodies adapt. And by this point, they start to show signs of use. Signs of use is a normal, healthy part of aging. Our task for this period of our lives is to learn how to do things to soften that. Maybe you're drawn to exercise. Maybe you're drawn to yoga or some specific activity-based stretching. Maybe just giving yourself enough sleep and rest is more than enough for your body. Maybe you learn that your body needs more water. As we go through the remaining developmental stages of life, we get to do additional things. We get to notice how our skin changes, our muscles, our joints. For some of us, our senses become less heightened. For others, our senses become more heightened. We're taught that as we age, it's natural for your vision to get worse and to need glasses or contacts or even surgeries. Yet we can do things like eye stretches, moving your eyes side to side, keeping the eye muscles limber. The point is that every stage of development has challenges physically, things for us to learn and overcome. And if we set aside messages from the media, if we set aside all the things we're expected to do, expected to look young, there's a sense of peace in going with the flow, accepting our bodies, our appearance as it is, unconditionally. I'm not saying we shouldn't do things that help us to feel healthier, more confident. The idea here is to go with the flow when we can. And if you're not feeling like you should be having Botox or sleeping with red light masks on your face, it's okay not to. Your body knows exactly what to do, how to move through the developmental stages. And as we're sitting here with your body, marveling at its ability to grow and change, you don't have to try to change anything. Take a moment here to consider just how incredible your physical body is. And to remember the beauty that is within each stage. George Burns once said, "You can't help getting older, but you don't have to get old." Aging gracefully means embracing time with confidence, wisdom, and humor. So as you go about the remainder of your time on Earth, I hope you'll enjoy seeing what happens to your body, how it responds, how it feels, and find those moments where you can embrace your own path. If you have more time, please stay here and relax for as long as you can, for as long as you like. When you're finished and ready to move on, transition slowly and gently back to the rest of your day. I thank you so much for coming and hope to see you again very, very soon. Namaste.